Waiting for things to go live. Facebook's online. Periscope's online. Waiting for YouTube to go online. YouTube is always the last one. Always the last one, YouTube. Always the last. Oh, there it goes. Now it goes live. Hey guys, if you're on YouTube or you're on Facebook watching us live, do me a favor. Just shoot us an email. Shoot us a quick little thing to say, hey, yeah, this works. And look, I see Periscope's working, and I see YouTube's working. Good evening, Ryan. Hey guys, FTF contest tonight, guys. Hashtag one up me. So you got an FTF story. You give us a call, 808-468-7924. You could win a nice prize. And get this, guys. Not only that, but if you call in, guess what? You call in. I talked to Practical Geocaching. I'm going to say this again on the show live, but I'm going to save it for the show. I'm just going to save it for the show because it's 2 minutes tall. So, Chad, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
I
didn't think I had any good FTF stories, and then I started looking through my FTS. I was like, "Holy shit! I actually got a bunch of good ones."
Pretty good.
Well, I'm only going to use one of them.
I have got
one that's kind of combined into 5 because it was 5 FTS.
I have over 500 FTFs. I didn't even look through them all. I stopped at around 20. I stopped looking at 2013, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. And I think I've only talked about, I think I talked about them all at one point or another on this podcast in the past 6 years. No, I'm lying. I don't think I've talked about one, maybe 2 of them. I've never said anything about on this show.
My hair's sticking up.
Your hair's sticking up. Well, that's not good.
That's not good. There we go.
So, guys, you call us tonight with your best FTF story. You win a prize if you got the best story, man. And we're gonna see.
We already have calls coming in.
Calls coming in already. Well, there you go. Yeah, man. Hey, man. Just prizes. And here's the best. I want to give away the best part, but I'm going to save it. I'm saving it for the show. And then Jesse Brown, the calls are going to come rolling in. It's going to be good. Hey, everybody. Oh, look at I got Ian. What's up, Ian? Hey, Bones. FF Skippy. Nice. That's Yvonne. I see her. Yeah, it's like reading rainbow here. All right, it is 8:30, guys. It's time. Chad, you all set?
Ready?
Jesse, you ready to go?
Sure. I think so.
We are officially recording on the audio. Sure, everything's looking okay here. You're looking okay. We've got the green light here. We've got the green lights all over the place. All right, here we go. In 3. Oh, wait, hold on. That's it. There we go. In 3, 2, 1.
You want to know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everybody. It is Wednesday. It is 8:30, which means, Chad, it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We have the beautiful birthday girl. Yes, guys, it's Shorty's birthday tonight. Shorty Nate's manning the phones. And please welcome to my virtual left, my co-host, Chaz 427.
Howdy, y'all. It's story time. We want to hear your best FTF stories.
That's right, Chad, because tonight's episode is 585, recorded live on October 16th, 2019, and it is the One Up Me contest. Yes, the inaugural, Chad. Inaugural One Up Me contest. Phone lines are open. Give us a call, 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. But, Chad, first of all, guys, when you're calling tonight, I know you guys are going to be calling tonight, it's Jesse's birthday. So it's Shorty Nate's birthday. So if you call Shorty Nate, you got to say happy birthday to Shorty Nate. You got to be extra special nice to her because it's her birthday.
And she's blinding me with some bling right now.
She is. She's not hiding it. Yeah, guys, I don't know. I guess she's putting it out there. So, yeah, we actually got engaged over the weekend. Yes, on our road trip. I proposed and Jesse Brown said yes. I know it's shocking that we've been together for 7 years, and she's, Chad, she can't even hear me right now. Like, I was like 99% sure she'd say yes. My buddy's like, is she going to say yes? I'm like, I'm 99% sure. because there's always that 1%. We've been together for 7 years and
She's gonna say, "Hell no."
for 6 years. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's gonna say yes, but you never know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did it. Chat, middle of the woods.
Middle of the woods.
Middle of the woods. I did it.
You didn't hide it in a container out there.
I did
you?
not. No, it was in my pocket. But middle of the woods, I did it. Yes, sir.
So you need to get there and slip it into the containers. Like, look at the trackable I found.
There's
honey.
no. I thought about it, but I'm like, you know what? There's no way. We were way down in Eastern Illinois. I couldn't. I couldn't. So anyway, moving along. So that's interesting in our lives. But for anybody who thought we were married, no, we were not. But we will soon be. But moving along here, Chad.
Yeah.
Patreon. It costs a lot of money to make this show run.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yes, it does. And we could really use your guys' help. We have a group of awesome patrons. We have so much stuff on the other side. Chad, did you ever take a look at stuff and see the stuff on the other side? I know you were having issues seeing it.
So yeah, I have a little. I'm going to do a lot more next week. So
a ton. Yes,
I'm going to have a lot of downtime next week. So I'm going to take a lot more look.
So we just did more. We just took more video of our trip. We took some amazing video that's going to be coming up, I think, next weekend. Starting next weekend and then going a couple of weekends. And hey guys, tiers start as low as $3. We'd really appreciate it if you guys could step on over, knuckle up to the bar, spend a little money, throw it our way. Helps the show tremendously when you do. It helps us stream to all these different streaming places and keeps the lights on, so to speak. I want to thank Trexer Zero. He upped his pledge, Chad. Upped it.
Awesome.
Knocked on the bar and said, barkeep, up the pledge. So we appreciate that very much. We love it when people up their pledge. We also got I gotta get this in my eyes head bad. 11 BNB JNA 11 out of Upland, California. Chad.
Yes.
Upland.
Where's
Upland, California? Any idea?
It's where this thing wants to go.
Seriously,
I got this 2 weeks ago. Thor's Hammer, when I was at Going Caching, and its destination is Upland, California,
wow.
which is it's in basically the LA basin, kind of east of LA up towards the mountains.
Wow.
I had to look it up, so
Chad, really quick. That's why the phone lines are queued completely.
Wow.
Queued completely.
I think some people want to win something.
Queued up, completely loaded right now. Keep calling, guys. You can't get through. You try again once you hear somebody get off. Sorry, Chad, I interrupted you, but Upton. So they're a Gold Star patron. Hey, you know what?
Awesome.
We love them a little bit more, Chad. Gold Star patron. Thank you so much for becoming a Gold Star patron. Also, when you become a patron, the shop just added another shirt today, Chad, into the store. When you go, all the clothing, all the shirts, all the mugs, everything, you pay cost. You pay. We make nothing on this. When the patrons order something from the store, we make nothing. We do it just so you could hashtag rep the pod, man. So brand new shirt in there. I had a brand new shirt last week as well. So yeah. So guess what? It's coming, baby. So all the shirts, all the more stuff. I got more stuff coming. I got things rolling in my head here. So we're gonna keep it moving tonight, Chad. Really quickly, guys. If you're calling in, people who you're calling in, I know you could hear me if you're sitting on hold. If you haven't yet, if you call in, Practical Geocaching, a fantastic sponsor of ours, who we're going to mention in a minute. They are sponsoring this contest. They said, hey, you know what? We want to give a prize to everybody, Chad, who calls in tonight. If you
awesome,
you get a prize. So that being said, if you call in, Jesse's going to ask you your caching name, going to ask you your address and your real name and your address. It's your choice whether or not you give it to her. If you do, you will get a small little prize from Practical Geocaching. Not obviously the big prize. The big prize, Chad, is a where's my notes here with the big prize here? Tonight's prize is, where is it? There it is. It is a deluxe cache repair kit. 33 pieces, ooh. Chad.
Awesome.
33 pieces. Chad, it's a monster. I've got one. It's a monster.
Yeah, I got one too.
I burned through one. It's great.
And I used it just last week, actually.
I have as well. I filled a ton of my caches up with them. They're fantastic. That are sitting in my car waiting to be put out. So that's what's going on tonight. So guys, if you give Jesse your address and your name, you'll get a prize. You're going to get something sent to you for free, no charge. Just because Practical Geocaching loves this show, loves our patrons, and loves cachers. And they're like, he said, yep, just get their address and I'll send them something good. So awesome. There you go, guys. And this is going to happen, I think, every time we have this. You call in, you get something. No, something for nothing, Chad. You can't beat that. Chad, maybe if you're a nice boy, we'll slip your name into the list there. Maybe. So guys, back to where I was. Let's go full circle. Patreon, guys, please give anything you can to become a patron. It's so much fun to become a patron. So much stuff on the other side. Audio's coming back now. We've got everything back under control. We're gonna get back to all the audio stuff we've been doing. So give anything you can. Patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast.
All right. Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
Tonight, we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork, the creators of the fantastic logbook, made with genuine write-in-the-rain paper. The logbook's designed for the micro-containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would go caching, then do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com, LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com. And I'm a subscriber now.
Hey, all right. Nice job. Jesse, I think our queue is completely loaded, isn't it?
It's pretty full right now.
Do we have room for one more? How many are there? 1, 2.
We
got room for one more.
One more call.
Yeah. Jesse, you showed your bling. Now you got to show it closer because everybody saw it.
Yeah, I heard I might have accidentally shown that off.
There you go, guys. There it is. All right. Thank you, Jesse. And by the Max Huts Body Company. Max Huts Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Be Gone soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Huts Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxhudsbody.com, MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTIACAL geocaching.com.
And finally, by pathtags.com for all your swag and path tag needs. Visit our website to get creative help, to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized path tag. With over 39,000 tags to collect, pathtags.com is everything you need to start your path tag obsession. Visit them at pathtags.com, PATHTAGS.com. And as always, you can find links to all our sponsors on our website and in our show notes. Oh my goodness, we got to keep moving along, Chad. Guys, again, hey, One Up Me contest, FTF. Give us a call, your best FTF find, 808-468-7924. You win the contest, you win a nice prize, guys. Can't go wrong. You call us, you win a prize. It's a small one, but you win a prize. You can't do better than that. Give us a call, 808-468-7924. Chad. We've got an email. We got an email from Sweden, Chad. From Sweden. He said, I want to share a news article from Sweden's biggest newspaper. Now, he actually sent a link to the article, but obviously it's not in English here. So he said he's translated it, and it says insert news jingle here. I have directions here. So I got where's my news? There. There we go. There's the news. All right. Sorry. Okay. Here we go. Officer departed from the practice to find treasures is what it's called here. During the Northern Wind military exercises that took place in Norrbotten in March, an officer departed to devote himself to his leisure interests to search for deferred treasures, so-called geocaching. Despite receiving a dismissal, the behavior was repeated several times, according to a report in the Swedish Armed Forces Personnel Responsibility Board. Wow, see that 5 times fast. Swedish Armed Forces Personnel Responsibility Board, Chad.
Wow.
In total, the unauthorized absence during the exercise amounted to 20 hours. So let's get this straight here. This guy's in the Army, ditches the Army to go cache, Chad. And he ditched it for 20 hours, Chad.
That's dedication. In the U.S. Army, that would land you in the brig.
Yeah. The Encamping Management Regime states in the report that the man who was the assistant exercise leader for his union utilized the Swedish Armed Forces vehicles and fuel for his private trips.
Wow.
The captain's superior caught him by having been somewhere completely different and taking a different path than agreed. Well, yeah, you got to go off the path, man. That's how you get it. This denied the captain in an initial investigation call, but then he admitted that he did so for security reasons. During the investigation, the captain has said that he considered it important to see other than the highway and motivated his geocaching with the fact that it is interesting. I think this is screwed up in English. I think this is but I'll keep it with the fact that it is interesting from a military historical perspective. His other explanation is that he thinks best in the car and that while stopping is necessary for him to stay awake. That's not
Okay.
There you go. You can't go wrong with that. That's a great excuse. Hey, you know what? I just wanted to stay awake. Quickly stop, get a cache. There you go. You know.
Oh boy.
The Personnel Responsibility Committee will decide whether it will make a disciplinary penalty. That's from the Jurets, sorry, out of Sweden.
Yeah,
This guy's got a pair of balls on him. I mean,
definitely.
God damn, man.
Either that or the Swedish military is pretty lax.
That's pretty impressive if you ask me to actually pull something like that off.
Yeah.
You got some. All right, Chad. Moving into the show, Chad. I got people have already emailed me FTF stories, but I'm gonna get to those later because I've got Jesse. We got a full queue now, don't we?
We have a full queue, and I just got a text message saying that people are getting a busy signal when they're calling because the lines are full. So
lines are full, guys.
keep trying.
As soon as you start hearing people leaving here, we're gonna
keep
move.
trying.
I think we're going to set a record tonight for calls.
I hope so.
I'm gonna bring in Atlanta, Georgia. I have got Geo Monkey Tiger, which is the greatest name ever. Geo Monkey Tiger, hello.
Hello, thank you. Thank you for taking my call,
dude. I love you. I love your caching name, dude. I love your caching name. I want to start.
This guy is great. So he's going to he tells awesome stories. So get to it, Matt.
All right, let me hear it. Give me your best FTF.
I did have
story.
the honor. I did have the honor of caching with Chaz in Rome, Georgia at the Going Caching Mega event last week. And actually, what's kind of cool is my first to find story. There were 5 of us, and Chaz got to go with 4 of them on the trip. So I feel like he already knows the people. So we found this really. I think I had to look through my first to finds, and I think the best one is by far. We did a Smokey and the Bandit tribute cache.
Okay.
And you may have heard about this. It was actually a feature. The cache itself was a feature on another podcast. But basically the CO had set this cache up, as a tribute to the movie Smokey and the Bandit. And you had to, it was an AR cache, and you had to go from Atlanta, the Lakewood Fairgrounds, which is where the movie started. And you had to drive to Texarkana and back in 28 hours. And if you did that, answering various questions along the way, you got the coordinates to the final cache.
Fantastic.
And you can go get it. If you didn't do it in 28 hours, you just spent 28 and a half hours doing nothing. So anyway, we this cache had dropped, and my good friend Poanne had called me up, and she's like, I totally want to do this. And I'm like, yeah, I do too. So we looked, and we couldn't do it for a month. So this thing just sat for a whole month before we had a chance to do it, which was really nerve wracking because we wanted the first to find. And we had to just kind of wait every week, like, is somebody going to get this? Somebody get this? But then the bad part too is that if we'd been able to just go, we probably would have gone. But instead, we decided to do this entire Smokey and the Bandit tribute thing during this whole month. So we decided we were all going to go as characters from the movie. So I was the bandit, for instance, and I had a whole month to grow out my mustache and sideburns. My good friend Mott Geo, he grew his sideburns. He was the snowman. And then of course, Poanne was the bride. We had a few extra females in the trip. So instead of Little Enos, we had Little Enid, who was the sister of Little Enos. And then we had, instead of Buford T. Justice, we had Buford Tina Justice as our sheriff. And we actually wrote a whole script for this and filmed scenes along the way to make the idea is to make a GIF film out of it, which we didn't quite get done for this year, but it might go out for next year. But anyway, we set off on this trek. It was about 4:15 Eastern time. It was November, so we didn't have too much daylight left. We had rented a minivan. We started driving about 3.5 hours in. It started pouring down rain. It was 42 degrees, pouring rain the whole journey. But we drove all the way out to Texarkana. And then the Texarkana was the official kind of turnaround point. But the CO in the description had said, you could cache in 7 states in a day if you pop over to Oklahoma. So we left Texarkana at 2:45 in the morning and drove to Oklahoma and got a cache in the pouring rain. And then on the way back, we got a cache in 7. We did 7 states, 7 different cache types coming back, including a bonus FTF that we found off the road, 20 minutes off the road, that had been sitting out for a month with no fine. So we grabbed that in Mississippi, got back on the road. We managed to stop in Alabama at a restaurant that sold the Diablo sandwich that Sheriff Buford T. Justice ordered. And so we stopped and ate. We set the world's record for eating Diablo sandwiches in about 90 seconds or so.
Right.
Hopped on the road, made it back to Georgia. We're pulling in towards the very end of this, where the clock was going to stop and where we had to get our final information. We cranked up the Barry Manilow. We had to play Looks Like We Made It. And we rolled in, answered the final question. We knew we had done at that point. And then the clock had stopped at that point, but we went on and slowly made our way to the final cache. So 28 hours, we did it in 27 hours and 4 minutes.
Wow.
Was our official track time. And then we started the journey at like 4:17 p.m. and we signed the log at like 8:14 p.m. So we just made it under the 28 for getting the cache, which again, the clock actually stopped back at the thing. And then, like I said, it was awesome. We had the first to find, we had the bonus first to find, we had the 7 caches in 7 states. We have a whole bunch of crazy movie scenes. We did the whole thing in costume. We got a lot of crazy looks from people, and had an absolute blast. It was so much fun. Oh, and we did 1,500 miles, like 1,500.1 miles on the minivan that we put on it.
You didn't even have a Pontiac in front,
Oh no! But what we did was we had I made a magnet of the what is it? The screaming chicken, whatever the thing is, the eagle that had on the front. I made a magnet of that and I put it on the front of the minivan.
Dude, you go all in. All right, that's the one to beat, man. That's a tough one to beat right there.
Wow.
Pull that off. Well done, sir. Well, I will applaud you. Hold on, let me get my applause up because that's.
And like I said, and Chaz met 4 of the 5 people involved, and may have even met the 5th. The 5th was in Rome, so he may have met the 5th as well. But,
well done, sir. So. Good luck on that one. Good luck on winning. That's a good one. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, great story.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye. All right, Chad. We have got I got Houston, Texas up here. We've got J-Cash King of the Hide. Hello. Hello, how are you, sir?
How are y'all? Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
You think you got a good FTF story?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know if I could top that, but I guess I could try.
Let's hear it. Give me it.
See, we have a shameless plug, a gadget cache series out here where I'm at a nature preserve, and it had just been raining here. It rains in Houston all the time. So it had just rained and it was a big flood here, and it actually flooded the preserve pretty bad. The water was rushing over the trail onto the next lake over, and it was pretty substantially bad. It was crazy looking. And when we got all the way out to where the GZ was, the water was a good waist, probably waist high, maybe a little higher. And it was crazy because I drug an inner tube out there to be able to get to it just in case I couldn't swim or it was too far away. But the cache was already 60 feet off of where the ground zero was because it was a duck decoy and it was floating in the water. So it had this little bitty brick attached to it and it was like floated like 60 feet away. So, luckily it was easy to find because it was floating. So, but
that's awesome.
Once we got there, and the trek to get there was crazy. The spiders, bugs, and that's just what you could see. Under the water, there's snakes and God knows what. And so finally I get there and I go to jump in the tube, and of course I get water on me, so I take my shirt off and I'm paddling all the way over.
Where'd he go?
Oh,
Hello.
lost him.
Hello. He's still there. Hello. Hello. I don't know where he went, Chad.
Yeah, I want to know what nature preserve it was.
Now I want to call us back to finish it off. All right, I got to move along here because I lost him. Sorry about that. We're going to On a Boat, Ohio. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How
How
are
you doing?
You got? I know you got an FTF story. Let me hear it.
I thought mine would be pretty cool, but I can't beat GeoMonkey Tiger.
You never know,
I'll tell you my
man. Hey,
story.
it's me and Chad. You got to impress me and Chad. That's it. That's like,
I got to impress you and Chad.
Yeah.
It's not going to be impressive. It's kind of a sad story, but it was important to me. It was my first ever FTF. 10 years ago, it was back in 2009, and it was my 77th find. I had absolutely no clue what I was doing, and I woke up on a Saturday morning and I just turned on these little notification things after I became a premium member.
Sure.
And I got a notification that this new cache had published. And I was like, "Ooh, that sounds fun, right?" So I head up to the state park near me and park my car and head down this bridle trail thing. It's a horse trail, and I'm walking down this trail. It says I'm half a mile away from the cache, and then I thought I saw a trail let off into the woods. So I decided to take the trail off into the woods, thinking that I knew what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm heading down this trail, I end up in the middle of a swampy area because it's right off of a lake. It's a state park. And I thought, what the heck, kind of go through it. So I ended up going through it, and then I'm kind of in the lake. So I end up having to kind of come back around the lake to a different part, and then I ended up stuck somewhere out in the middle of two pieces of lake.
Right.
And I ended up spending about 2 hours hiking around swampy lake water, nowhere near the cache, and finally made my way over to the cache after about 2 hours. Probably should have taken me about half an hour of bushwhacking and hiking and stuff to get there.
Sure.
Rookie mistakes and all that.
Oh, absolutely. Sure.
And so I ended up finally getting out there, and my phone ended up dying somehow. I don't know if I didn't charge it the night before, but my phone ended up dying, and I had absolutely no way of knowing how to get back to the car. So it took me another
hour
and a half to get back to my car.
Mark your car.
Enough. What's that?
Said mark your car.
Mark your car. Come on, Ian. Mark that car.
Oh yeah. Well, when my phone's dead, I was cached with my phone at the time.
Oh
So
yeah.
with an iPhone
Kind of
3GS.
irrelevant to
Yeah.
Yeah, I was cached with an iPhone 3GS at the time, and it had a really bad battery, and it died after that short little hike of 2 hours to get in there. And finally ended up, it was about, I don't know, probably 1:30 at this point in the afternoon, and I ended up trying to figure out by where the sun was which direction I needed to go. I knew I needed to go west back to the car, and I ended up going directly west, came out in somebody's backyard in the cornfield, and kind of hiked along the edge of a cornfield down to this main road, and then had to walk another, 3/4 of a mile back up the road to get back to the parking area and back to my car.
Yeah.
And
I think we've all done
for whatever reason, this is 10 years ago, and this is my 77th find, and I thought, oh my God, FTFs are the coolest thing. I feel so proud of myself for getting there first. And then I ended up, moving to a new area of the state and became one of those FTF hound people.
Sure,
and
sure.
Yes. Not quite as crazy as you. I don't have 500. I only have like 200 or so.
Yeah,
But
200's not in the skull.
that's my most memorable FTF to me, is that craziness that I went through to get my first one. And then everything after that was pretty easy, I'd say. So.
Good, man. Hey, man, those are sometimes the best ones, that.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. And hey, you know what, guys, even if you don't think you can beat the Smokey and the Bandit story, you call up, you get on the air, you win a prize. Ian, did you give Jesse your address?
I did. So hey, it's worth something.
There you go, man. You're getting a prize. Hey, no big deal, man. Don't worry about it. Ian, always love to hear from you, buddy. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
So Jesse says that
J Cash is back.
J Cash is back. Hello, sir. Are you back? Hello.
I am back. Yes.
All right, dude. It was better off if you never came back. It would have been funnier because
the swamp monster got you.
Swamp Monster got you. It would have been better. No,
Yeah. So what park were you in, or what preserve were you in?
It's the George Mitchell Nature Preserve. It's right by the woodlands on Creekside Forest.
Yep.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Finish your story. Finish.
Oh, just it was pretty much over. Once I paddled all the way out to the duck, you can see me in the picture holding my number one finger up and getting the duck, and it was a bison tube around his neck. So I did the bison tube and signed it real quick, and then floated all the way back over there. And then of course on the way back, I chose to maybe walk a little faster because I was ready to get the heck out of there. It was terrible that day.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, that's a good one, man. I love those. Yeah. Dude, the water ones are always usually the best ones. Those are always my favorites. So well done, sir.
Yeah,
well done.
I can definitely say I weighed FTFs in Houston.
Oh, absolutely. All right, hey man, thank you so much for calling.
Well,
in
if
again.
y'all ever need somebody to talk about the gadget caches or anything like that, we do have a series, and I'll be more willing to promote it or anything y'all need.
Next time, yeah, give us a call during a Cache or Coffee, and we'll talk about it.
Cool, sounds good. Cool. Perfect.
All right, man, thanks so much. Bye bye.
All righty, yeah.
I got Connecticut, Chad. Connecticut on the phone. Firefighter Skippy. Hello, sir.
Good evening, guys.
Hi,
I
Skippy.
certainly don't think I can beat that Smoking the Bandit.
Let me hear it, man. Let me hear what you got.
Okay. A couple of months ago, a new cache came out up in Massachusetts, and the cache was 70 miles away from me, hour and a half drive, and it was in a phone booth, a gadget cache phone booth. And so I got up there, and I didn't think I was going to be first to find or anything because it had been out for a couple of hours already. And then I made myself into the phone booth, and there was a phone book in there with all these numbers and things that you had to try calling, and you work your way through phone numbers until you find the right phone number to open up the cache. And while I was working on this for an hour, another cacher friend came along, and so we started working on it together, and took another hour before we finally got it open. And we opened up the log, and sure enough, we were the first to find.
Wow.
But this was just such an awesome gadget cache. When you dial these different phone numbers, you hear these recordings from different people. There's music people, there might be music playing, or comedians, and it might be a comic act playing.
Right.
It's just such an awesome cache.
Wow.
Just such an awesome.
No, that's a great first to find. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to beat Smoking Nevada. But you know what? Guess what, Skippy? When we have a show about awesome caches, and we will for a One Up Me, the awesome caches you found, you got to call up with that one, because that one might win. That's a good one. That's a good one for that.
All right.
Thanks, man. Thanks for calling. Hey, if you gave your number, man, you get a prize. Don't worry about it, man. You get something.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks,
guys.
buddy. Thank you.
Good night.
Hey, we have our old friend of the show. We got Wheels 00. Wheels, hello, sir.
Hello there.
Hello. It's been a while since we've heard from you. How are you doing?
Yeah, my Wednesdays have been a little crazier, so I haven't been able to get online very often. So I appreciate it. So, but no, things are good. Things are good.
Good.
So, the funny story is the last caller. You said that was in Connecticut, right? The phone booth in Connecticut.
Yes, sir.
I was just in Connecticut, and that was on my target list.
Oh, you didn't do it?
But it was just far enough away, and I had other goals to target. And I saw when I read the logs that it was going to take significant amount of time, and I just decided that was not in my. So that was actually on my radar.
That's
so
so
I'm
funny.
kind of a little disappointed that I didn't get there, but
It happens.
a lot of good things about that one. So it's funny that was the call right in front of me.
So were you on this? Did you hear Jesse and I got engaged?
Come on, I'm on this. I was telling her. I said that I was on my way home. And I pulled up on my phone the podcast, and I saw the video, and the very, very first thing that popped up was her you're like, show her the bling. And she put her hand up to the screen. So that's literally
Oh,
the
you're kidding.
very
That's
first
funny.
thing I saw on your podcast tonight was that she was showing the bling.
Showing
So,
the
yep,
bling.
I already gave her the big congrats and
Oh, thank
saying to you,
Thank you, sir.
very excited for you guys.
All right, moving along. FTF.
About freaking time. What's up with that?
I know, right? So me and you have done me and you personally have done a lot of FTFs together as going out together and gotten FTFs. But let me hear your best one you got. Let me hear it. Try and beat Smoking the Bandit. I don't know if you heard Smoking the Bandit.
Yeah. I was gonna also say, much like the rest of the people, it's gonna be tough to beat that one because that was pretty epic, and I'm kind of hoping to see or hear about the GC number on that in case I get down there, because that's the type of shit that I'd be on. I'd be all over that
Swearing
one.
on my podcast.
So anyway, I don't, and this is kind of a little bit, and I think you might appreciate this one more than some of the callers would be. This is a little bit of a grudge FTF one that was kind of fun to do. Mm-hmm. But the True Romance series by Elvis.
By Elvis, sure. I think I did it. I didn't have to
right.
F it.
So, and I forget how many caches were in the series. I think it was around 9 or 10.
Oh, that many? I was going to say 6. More than that. Because he did
I
that.
Couldn't remember.
He had the Fifth Element series, and he had the True.
Today.
He had the True Romance. He had the True Romance. The True Romance series. He had the First Element series, and he had the what was the other one? There was 3. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Oh, I know. He had some really, really good series out there, and all crappy hikes into the woods with lots of thorns. Yeah. So. But I remember getting a little bit of a tweak from somebody saying, "Hey, there's a series going out, but we're not sure when, not sure where." So Dino Works, Irish Cubs fan. I think there was one other person with us. I didn't get a chance to look it up. We decided, well, we were going out anyway on the Saturday, so we'll just kind of go west into the western suburbs. And, see what happens. So we're out there looking at a puzzle final that we all kind of wanted for the DT. And all of a sudden, ping, 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 everybody's phone lights up with the new Caches Publishing.
Right.
And it turns out we were 1.5 miles from the True Romance
don't you love
series.
When that happens? I love when that
happens.
I love it.
We all know at the time that Team Seek and We Shall Find was one of those groups that we always want to beat to the FTS because they were just a bunch of
they love to do it.
Not well-intended FTFers and their smugness.
Right.
So of course, being so close, we're like, okay, we're going. So we started hitting this series, and we roll up and we see someone in the woods there with us, and we thought, oh crap, they've gotten out here too. Turns out it was Dundee 85. Mm-hmm. So we rallied the troops with Dundee. And we started hitting every cache in the series. Now, at some point, we're waist deep in tall grass, way the hell back there, and it's humid as hell.
Right.
Where everybody's sweating.
You're in the woods.
Stories,
you're
all
in the
the
woods.
good stuff.
Yeah, you're in the woods.
What's that?
You're in the woods.
You're in the woods.
Right. At night.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
No. This was Saturday during the day. So we get to the one, kind of the penultimate stage, and you get a link to a video.
Correct.
So this is like a little bit past lunchtime. So we all go grab lunch and we're watching this video, and you have to get this completely obscure information from this video to solve a puzzle in order to get to the final. Well, we all can't get it while we're sitting there. So we all decided to call it a day. The next day, I don't think we did anything on that Sunday. So we ended up FTFing the final on this series at night on that, like a Monday night or something like that after work, because that's the first time that we could get out. Dean and I went out and got out there and got the FTF on that one. And how we ended up finding it, to this day, I still don't know how, because this was not like a preform hanging in a tree something. This was tucked into a nook, into a buckthorn or something, and it was really, really hard to find. Mm-hmm. But it was one of those that we had FTF'd the entire series with the puzzle to get the final.
Nice.
And knowing full well that Team Seek was 0-4, all of them. Right. And they were so bitter. And they flamed the series.
I remember. Yes.
We'd gotten out there so fast.
Right. I remember.
So it was a beautiful, beautiful thing on so many levels. So that was the one that came to mind as I was pinged tonight about the FTF stories.
Well, thank you so much for calling in, sir. We appreciate it. Good luck. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, good fun.
All right. I'll talk to you. Be good.
Man.
Bye.
Cheers.
Jared, we got Austin, Texas. Garrett Killer. Hello, sir.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you, sir?
Good.
Let me hear it.
Doing well. We just got home from our own FTF run tonight.
And how fitting you coming home from an FTF run to discuss an FTF show.
Yeah.
Let me hear your...
We got 19 of them tonight.
19? Good Lord. I would say you're a bit of a hound there, Garrett. What do you think? A little bit of one.
Well...
Are you the guy that everybody hates? Are you the guy that everybody hates in Texas? Or are you the guy that everybody hates?
I think where I live, people are so apathetic they don't even realize that we're getting them all.
No. All right, let me hear. I know you have over 600. Let me hear your best one. You got to. Okay, it's a tough one. You got to beat that. You got to beat that Smoking the Bandit one. I don't know if you got it in you.
Here's the thing. I know Geocaching Tiger. He actually came to our wedding.
Oh, you You know what? That fucker's coming to my wedding.
Watch your mouth.
With that awesome name, Geo Monkey Tiger might be the best caching name ever. Seriously, the best caching name. I love it. I could never get enough of that caching name. Go ahead. Let me hear it. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So it was December 2017, and Austin and I were freshly married, and we were in Washington, D.C. during like Christmas time. So we're doing the tourist thing, but we're caching the whole time or whatever. And we get a notification of a new cache because obviously we set up FTF notifications for DC while we were there.
Of course you did. You're a hound. Of course you did.
Yeah, of course. The best thing is to get one out of your area.
State, absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
We see there's an FTF in the Georgetown neighborhood. So we get an Uber and we go over there, only to realize once we get there and we've actually read the cache page that this is the scene from the movie The Exorcist. So we're at the house from The Exorcist, the giant stairway next to it where the priest gets thrown out of the window and dies, falling down the stairs. We're at these stairs.
Right.
And as I'm sure you know, we're from the South, so we're not used to this climate out here. It's December in DC. It's like in the 20s. We're both freezing to death, but we're out here for probably 45 minutes looking for this thing. Only Leslie finally finds it in the ivy, like off to the side of the stairs. It was a fake rock in the ivy that you couldn't see. You had to feel it in there.
I hate those.
But we were just super psyched to get one in DC, and it was like so cool that it was there in the scene of The Exorcist.
That's creepy, man. It's creepy. Yes. Well done, sir. The Exorcist house. I didn't even know that. Indeed. That's where it was. I didn't even know where that was even filmed. Did you recognize it? So did you see it? Like you're like, oh my god, I know that stairwell.
No. It was just when I finally looked at the cache page. It's like this is from The Exorcist, and then after
right,
I went back and looked at the scene from the movie, and I was like, damn, that's here.
All right, sir. Well, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate the call.
Right on. Thanks.
Congratulations on the 19 caches, by the way.
Congratulations on the engagement.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. All right, we'll talk soon. Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Bye. We got GSM times 2. Hello, sir.
Hello, and how are you doing tonight? And congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. Did you wish Jessie a happy birthday when you talked to her?
So I'm kind of a hound. I got 1,501 first to finds, but the one that really stands out.
Wait. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Did you say 1,501?
1,501.
1,501. Does the one stand out? Is that
all?
The one that stands out was a couple friends of mine and I are going on a hike to get some puppy dog first to finds. And puppy dog is
short in it?
What's that?
Is this their short in it?
What? What?
I don't know. I'm hearing.
I think we're going to crossbleed.
First to finds on a trail. We hike a couple miles, and he's a 15-year-old kid who is known for hiding them off the trails and in places that people who are over 60 shouldn't really go. But we get to one. We're up there. I see it's up a cliff. I start climbing up. I go 10 feet up a cliff, and then it's kind of flat. And I get up about 80 to 100 feet, and then I start working my way over to the side. And, I probably should mention, got Bella Geo is my little 8-pound dog, so I got my 8-pound dog in one arm, and I got my over $1,200 worth of camera equipment in the other arm, and working my way across the cliff, and finally decided this is not worth it.
No.
So I start walking back, and sure enough, I slip, and I start sliding down.
Oh no!
And I got Bella Geo in one arm. I got my camera in the other arm. I can't use my hands. I'm just trying to, slow myself, hit the bridges, hit the bushes, and I know that at the bottom I'm going to have a 10-foot drop.
Oh my goodness.
And my pants are getting ripped up and everything, and I've managed to come to a stop right about 2 feet from the cliff. And I get down. My buddies have been watching me. They look. I got my pants are all ripped up. We put some Neosporin on the bottom, and we give up on that one and start walking for the next one. And after about a quarter mile, my legs are cramping up, and I'm like, guys, you go on. I'm going back to the car. And so I start walking back to the car, and about 0.4 of a mile from GZ, I look, and there's a rock with some rocks underneath it. Turn it over, and sure enough, first to find.
You got to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Not kidding. He was known for hiding them up on the trails, and he was also known for bad cords. And in this case,
God.
about 0.4 of a mile, and there it was right on the trail.
Wow.
So, take that, Smokey and the Bandit. I think I got a chance.
Wow. Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much.
You have a great day, and congratulations again, guys.
Thank you. We'll
Bye-bye.
talk soon. Bye-bye. Wow, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say is wow. That's all I can say. That's it. I have got I think I got Kansas on the phone. Is that Semmels 123? Hello, sir.
Yes, it is. How are you?
Out of Kansas, Manhattan, Kansas.
Yes, it is.
I didn't know Kansas had a Manhattan in it. I didn't know.
We are the Little Apple.
No, you're the little. Did you see your little apple? Is that what you just said?
That's what they call us, the Little Apple.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. All right, I got two fantastic stories. Can you beat it?
Ours is a little more of a redemption FTF, but we'll see what we can do.
All right, let me hear it. Give it up.
All right, so a little bit of FTF found ourselves. There's a group of three of us who went out. And there was a new cache published. It was a 5.2, and our reviewer loves publishing them at night. Mm-hmm. So it was about an hour drive away. So we drove up, walk up, and the cache is in the middle of a car graveyard. So there's about 20 cars just stacked up on top of each other. Pretty much a tetanus shot waiting to happen. So we looked around for about 2 hours.
2 hours?
We still had an hour drive to get. We searched for about 2 hours. It was a D5, so we knew it was gonna be tough.
Was it just so let me picture this here. So it's just a car graveyard. So there's cars everywhere. There's dead cars everywhere, and it's somewhere within the cars. Are you guys thinking like magnetic somewhere on one of the cars? Is that your thought process?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. So the coordinates put you right at the end of the cars. And there's a tree in the area. But he did, I believe, even put a hint on it as magnetic.
Okay.
So of course, you're looking for a magnetic in all these cars. So that was our first trip up there. We actually made 2 other DNF trips up. Most important one was it was, I want to say May 25th or June, somewhere in that area. We went up, same group. We actually added 1 or 2 more people, so we got 5 of us up there looking.
Mm-hmm.
And this time we were going up knowing that we weren't leaving until we had the cash.
Right, sure. Committed to it. Commit.
But the cash gods, they were against us. So we were looking for an hour and a half. So some of us were up in the tree, and I was climbing up in the tree. The tree had a dead limb on it. So I told the other cashers, hey, stand on that side in case this thing breaks. Well, the cache actually breaks, or the tree breaks. Sending 3 of us to the emergency room. Concussion for myself.
Oh, no.
A couple other injuries. One of the cashers had 6 stitches. All kind of good stuff. So a week later after that, now, of course, I had to get this cache.
Right.
I heard rumors of another big group meeting up to go up to the cache. So we went out with about 15 people. And again, we brought coolers. We were ready to find this cache. Searching around. Now with about 15, ended up being about 20 people out there digging around all these things. I'm not going to give out where the cache actually was. But after about 45 minutes, I sit there and I pick up a nano.
Oh, a nano. You put a nano out there?
How was it hidden?
Can you give away the hide without giving away the hide?
Yeah, he hasn't given us the GC code.
It was a DGS hide. Let's just say I was on top of the cache when the tree or when the branch broke. It was not on the car.
It was not in the car. Yeah.
So of course I picked up the nano and I opened it up, and you have about 20 people looking at me. So of course I opened it up. Say, this is not the cache. About 3 seconds later, I had to make sure I told everybody that I was just joking. It was the cache. We all got yeah. So, but that was probably one of the more memorable and very expensive.
Yeah, that's ridiculous,
that
man.
We've done.
Well done, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for calling in, buddy. You are.
Well, thank you much, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. We'll talk soon.
All right, bye.
Guys, if you still time to call in, if you have not called in, guys, you call in, you win a prize automatically. So you give us a call, 808-468-7924. Phone lines are pretty much clear right now, so give us a call, 808-468-7924. If you tried it before, couldn't get in or had trouble getting in, give us a call again. You can get on now. So here we go. Hey, Chad, we got old friend of the show, Cody Dog. Hello, Cody. Hello.
Ooh.
Hello.
Hello, Cody Dog. I've done many FTFs with you, sir. Many.
Well, I believe it's your fault why I'm a hound. I think you're the one who started from a previous show.
From a previous show? Oh, from the Chicago Geocacher podcast?
Yeah, from the Chicago Geocaching podcast. I think you're the reason.
Okay. Well, do you have a particular cache that you'd like to comment on? What the best cache? What you think you could beat the? Did you hear the Smokey and the Bandit story?
Yeah.
Do you know what Smokey and the Bandit is?
Nuts.
I know you're Millennium.
So I know what that is?
Yes.
I'm going to say no. I'm sorry.
Doesn't even.
Oh.
You're adorable.
Go back to look at classic 70s movies.
He doesn't know what the 70s is. Didn't they have black and white in the 70s, Chad? Didn't that black and white movies?
Our kids think so.
Well, isn't Cody one of our kids? He's my 4th child.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Aaron, what do you got for me? Let me hear your best FTF.
Okay, so I'm currently going 101 months of FTFs, but I was thinking about it. Yes. I think the FTF that was really important to us was put out by Walt Grogan. Operation Ape.
Oh, have you gotten? Oh, yeah, I got a couple of FTFs on those. Yes, the Operation Fs. Okay,
Absolutely. And I think that's probably the best story that I have.
Okay.
So it started off. It was a series of 12 caches. I didn't necessarily get the first few, but as these caches came out, they would come out on a Saturday morning. More and more people were driven to do this series. I believe most of it's archived, or it's really hard to find now. But the artwork and all of the effort that Walt Grogan put into this cache, and how people would just pile into cars. And I swear, probably around like the 6th, 7th, 8th FTF that went live over a series of months, like there was like 20 to 30 people just waiting for this to go live.
Sure, absolutely.
So I think that's a pretty special FTF that this whole community could come together, and all the effort and work that was put into it. So I'm going to say, even though it's kind of lame, I think just the camaraderie was really awesome.
I agree. I was around for a bunch of those. I got a FTF on a bunch of those. And also, when you finish the whole series, Chad, you got a path tag too. What was it? I can't remember. What was the series called? Not the Ape. Oh, Going Ape. No. What was it called?
Operation Ape.
Thank you, Jesus. The Operation Ape series. Yes, you got an Operation Ape path tag when you finish the entire series. I actually never finished the series. I have like 2 more to go. I don't even know if they're still around anymore. But that was like years ago. That was pre-Jesse.
I have a couple of them, but
yeah, those are good ones. Those are really good ones. But
the ability to drive out that many people. We would sit and we're like, okay, it's going to go live around 9 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock. And just more and more people came every time a new one would go live.
Yeah.
And we'd just wait, and we'd have to solve the puzzle.
Correct.
And then we'd run out, and sometimes they were multi-stages, and you'd just go and have a great time.
Right. Just thinking about this, Aaron, makes you remember one of the best FTFs that both of us got, me and you together, is the first. Aaron and I met in the summer of 2011. Quickly became best buds and cashed together. This is pre-Jesse, cashed together almost exclusively, always around each other. So one night, it's a weeknight, because I worked for myself, and Aaron worked you worked 2 part-time jobs back then, didn't you, if I remember correctly? Weren't you? You weren't working full-time, right? So Aaron, we would go out at night during the week is what we do, is we'd go out till like 11:30 at night and go caching. And we were actually in Chicago, in the city in Chicago that night. And I lived in Buffalo Grove at the time, where I live now. And Buffalo Grove is about 28 minutes to the city. So Aaron and I are in the city, and a cache goes live in Buffalo Grove. Aaron, do you remember which cache this was?
You keep telling me. I don't.
Okay, I have to give it away. So this cache goes live. It is a Seinfeld cache. So Aaron and I and the way you have to solve is you have to watch Seinfeld episodes on YouTube and garner clues from it. So Aaron is watching Seinfeld YouTube videos. I'm flying home, driving back from the city. Aaron's watching YouTube videos trying to solve the puzzle. And we got it. And we actually solved the puzzle. And we got to where the cache was. And
Aaron solved the puzzle.
Oh, yeah, Aaron solved the puzzle. Yeah.
Not we.
We did. I helped. And I drove. And we actually got the FTF. We flew home to try and get this FTF. And we actually got it. Yeah. That's one of my favorite FTF stories with me and you together in it, is that one, because it was a crazy drive. You tried to solve it.
It was crazy.
Yes,
we were all the way downtown.
Yeah,
which is
downtown.
A good travel time.
Yeah, we were like downtown almost proper. Yeah, we were good and down. Yeah. So, all right, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Hey, did you wish Jesse a happy birthday?
Yeah, he texted me this morning.
On Facebook, not in person.
All right, good boy.
So happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you.
All right, bye.
So Chad, I got some I got some emails. Now these guys don't count, but they're still emails.
Right.
Guys, you still have not much time left. 9:27. Good Lord. All right, let me fly through these really quickly. Hi, Chad, Scott, and Jesse. I won't be able to call in on Wednesday, but I wanted to share your FTF story with you and the listeners. This is GC70A8A. This is from Merlin, 1392, by the way. We had him on the show a couple weeks ago, like a month ago. Mm-hmm. Published early Saturday morning in July, only 7.9 miles from home. It was a 5.5 cache, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it would be on or along the Grand River, so loaded up my kayak just in case and headed out. Stage 1 was in a briar patch. I felt like the proverbial briar rabbit, and I worked my way in shorts through the thorns and needles. Arriving at stage 1, all I found was a very cryptic map. From the title of the cache, I made some assumptions and headed towards the river. Arriving at the closest launch site, I confirmed my suspicions of the map. It was the roadway over the river. It showed the flow of the river and the pillars which held the roadway up. Six pillars, of which 5 were red and 1 was green. Launching the kayak, I was very proud of myself for having the forethought to bring it along. Then I got to the cache site. It's way up there. Even standing up in my kayak, which is quite the feat, I was short of where I needed to be. What to do? I had worked too hard to let this FTF go. I started to look upriver and down for someone out on this warm, sunny Saturday that had a pontoon boat to serve as my platform. No one was out. After about 10 minutes of contemplation, a family in a powerboat is headed upriver. I flagged them down and asked them if I could help me with the game and an adventure. They agreed. It took a while to get the boat in position as the captain didn't see what I could. He wasn't a geocacher. When we finally got things lined up, he was also too short to make the grab. Oh, good Lord. I gave him my paddle to reach the cache, and the kids were in awe that this little container was in the cement pillar holding up the bridge, and I was playing a game to retrieve it. I showed them what I was signing and that there was $1 bill as an FTF reward. Now the kids were really excited. Money. So I gave it to the one in front that had signaled his dad to come over and see what I wanted. He was very appreciative. A piece of duct tape on the paddle, some maneuvering, and the cache was replaced and my FTF secured. Maybe not life-threatening, but definitely a grand adventure for a 200-pound, 62-year-old. That is from New Zealand. We got, thank you. We got one for the GBs, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
You know who the GBs are?
Oh, yeah, I know Gary. Okay,
let's see. Here we go. GC
Gary and Gundi.
63YFD, last resting place. Found it in 2015. I was a guided overseas adventure travel tour of Australia and New Zealand with a guide and 12 other non-geocachers. So I had to make my finds so as not to inconvenience the balance of the group. So we stopped for lunch in Ross, New Zealand. I passed on lunch to hike about half a mile to the cache. When finding the cache, I noted the new container and fresh log, but having found many replacement caches before, I didn't give it a second thought. I wasn't until that evening when I logged the cache that I saw I was really the FTF. The cache had been hidden the previous month.
Wow.
Month, Chad. Month. Caches last minutes where we live.
Exactly.
2 hours is a long time for a cache to be live where I live. Wow.
Sarah, why didn't you go FTF it?
I don't know. All right, I got one more and then we'll decide. GC, same GBs again. Shefford's Pillar. I had signed a challenge to find 100 large caches but wasn't qualified. We're planning a complicated cross-country RV trip, get this, Chad, from California to Montana for a family reunion and then up into Canada and the Minnesota and then back to California. That sounds like a fantastic trip.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse is jealous.
Very.
I had done a series of pocket caches along our entire route for any large cache within 10 miles of our route. On our way home, we were crossing Wyoming when we stopped for one of the large caches. We stopped at the base of a bluff, but the cache was somewhere up there. The whole mountain was composed of loose shale, and I knew it wasn't going to be an easy ascent. I started up the bluff, and it was a tough going with all of the loose shale. I continually had to change direction to avoid the super loose shale. How many times am I going to say loose shale in this thing? I continually had to, when I topped what I had seen as the top from below, it revealed another higher bluff. This happened two more times before I finally reached the cache. A total of almost 400 feet vertical. Jesse, how much vertical was that cliff we did that one time?
Just recently, the one over the weekend, the Earth cache?
No. The one we did a couple weeks ago was like straight up. We took video of it. It was like 197 feet or something.
Yeah, I was going to say right around 200.
This is 400. This is doubling that.
That's a lot.
Of all loose shale.
And we were huffing and puffing on that one. a total of almost 400 feet vertically from the RV below. I found a truly large 8 by 22 by 30 ammo can with a virgin log. The cache had been published a month. Who's going to go for that? The cache had been published a month prior. The descent was almost worse than the ascent, and an hour and a half later, I returned to the RV.
Wow.
That's like, who packs that in? I mean, that's not had been hellacious packing that big ass ammo can up there.
Oh my goodness! All right, Chad, I gave one of my FTFs. Give me one of yours.
So basically, it's about the nighttime ninjas. So I'm a member of the nighttime ninjas, and when you find a nighttime, when you're first to find the nighttime ninja caches, you get the trackable for it, and then you within 30 days you got to put out a nighttime ninja cache. So I got the alert. This was my first time hunting an FTF on a nighttime ninja cache, and actually they put out 5 caches, 4 traditionals and 1 multi, and which was a multi, 3-stage multi. And it's 9:30 or 9 o'clock at night. I get out to the park at 9:30. It's pitch dark. This is the same park that I saw 3 different varieties of poisonous snakes in one day. Okay, but I ran into a police bike and what's the other? It's been so long since I cached with them. Police bike and Team Adventure, and so we all decided we're going to go out there, and it was a 3.5 hour adventure.
3.5 hours.
3.5 hour adventure. We FTF the first 4 traditionals pretty easily. Then the multi got to it, and I had several people call me that said that they turned back because they saw snakes. Heard people had people text me saying they turned back because they saw gators. So we're doing this from 9:30 until about it was about 12 o'clock in the morning when we finally managed to get the find on the multi.
Right.
And then it was a 55-minute trek back out of the park, and it was in the 90s. Okay, 12 a.m. In the 90s, extreme humidity, and on the way back out, what did I do? I put my hand up on the tree, and I actually found a container. My hand literally went on a container, and was like, "Is there a cache here?" Look, no cache, no cache here. It's like, opened it up, took a picture of the log, signed the log, put it back in there, and went out and also found a puzzle.
Nice. Oh, that's
accidentally.
Did you FTF that cache or just sign?
I didn't FTF the puzzle cache.
Okay.
But it's kind of like an extra bonus.
Sure. Yeah.
But then because of my story was a bit more elaborate online than actually what I stated here, because don't have too much time here. But at the end of the year, they actually award whoever had the best story of their cache. They give a trackable to it. So if anyone wants to discover this is ZN0162.
Oh, there you go.
So I earned this from that one.
Thank you, Chad. Beautiful. Jesse Brown, give me your best one.
I have so many FTF stories.
Give me your best one. We're already running. We're
okay.
6 minutes later.
All right. I'll do this quickly. So my favorite, my favorite FTF.
You think your favorite?
I think because there's so many to choose from. I have 170 FTFs.
Guys, if you want, really quick, hold on, Jesse, before you start.
Go ahead.
Guys, if you go to our show notes after the show, you could see all of mine are on there and all of Jesse's are on there as well. They're listed, all of the ones that we think are up there. We just didn't get to them because calls have been coming all night.
Yeah.
So, Jesse, go ahead. Let me hear your best one.
So my favorite FTF was going for the Where I Go, the Ultimate Goonies adventure.
Okay. Yes.
So there were 5 of us that went out. We started the Where I Go right as the sun was setting. So by the time we finished it, almost an hour later, I think it took us probably close to an hour.
Yeah.
It was dark and it was actually on an island and we didn't realize that. So we walked out to the island. Like, it wasn't deep, but we walked out to the island. Totally worth it.
More than ankle deep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was like up to my thighs, which I know that's not very high. And But yeah, I mean, it was great. We actually had 3 phones and GPSs all going at the same time because they kept crashing.
Right.
This was several years ago.
Yeah.
They kept crashing, and we had to print out and take with us tools. So like each station or each stage of the Where I Go was set up like a part of the movie. So we had to line up the rocks using the skull key, and we had to do a music thing where they played the piano, and all. It was great. It was really, really fun.
Wheels was with us on that.
Wheels was with us.
Was Cody with us?
I think Cody, Wheels, you, me, and I think Streamwood Cashers.
Oh, you might be right. Yeah.
I think that was who was with us. So
that was a good one. That's a very good one. I didn't even put it on my list. That was a good one. I forgot about
that. Was a great one.
I forgot about that one. That was a good one. All right, Chad and Jesse. It is time, guys. It is a moment of truth here. Listen, guys, if you're still watching, you let us know who you think here. I've got GSM times 2, and I have got who's the other one? The Smoking the Bandit one. Who did the Smoking the Bandit one?
Geo Monkey Tiger.
Geo Monkey Tiger. Thank you. We've got those 2. Chad.
I'm going Geo Monkey Tiger. I mean, I'm sorry. That's an awesome adventure. So,
Jesse.
No offense, Scott. I liked your story as well.
Mine. I actually didn't even say one.
No.
GSM.
GSM. Is
okay.
Also
like mine was just the Cody one. That's not even on my list. That's just what I remembered. Jesse.
I don't think it's fair for me to vote because I didn't. I'm gonna have to go back and listen.
Okay.
I really didn't hear most of the stories.
Geo Monkey Tiger was fantastic. Right out the gate, the guy just literally hit it out of the park. Right out, literally out the gate.
And I told you he's a great storyteller.
He is, and that's a hell of a story. I mean, that's just god damn.
What does the chat room think?
The chat room was thinking Smokey.
Smokey.
I got GMT, Smokey. Yeah.
But you know what also was great was GSM times 2. I mean, that wasn't a bad story. It was a good story. Jesse, did you hear that story?
No.
Chad,
I'd go GSM times 2 as a second, but I got to give it to Geo Monkey Tiger.
Yeah, I think I got to give it to Geo Monkey Tiger too. So congratulations, Geo Monkey Tiger. Jesse, you have his address?
I sure do.
All right, guys. We're gonna Geo Monkey Tiger. Congratulations. So you win the inaugural #1UpMe. Well done, sir. And trust me, there's gonna be plenty more of these. We can do these till the cows come home. But it's a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun listening to this because and joining in. Obviously, it's more fun when people join in. Usually, I hope we don't get a hit right off the park first call. That's kind of tough, man.
Right.
Really, you try not to discourage people from calling, but you hear that and you're like, oh, come on. I can't beat that. But yeah, guys, like I said, if you call tonight, hey, and you give us your address, you're getting a prize, man. Practical Geocaching, who actually texted me on the show here. Hold on, I'll tell you. He literally sent me a text as we were doing the show, and because they are awesome, we love them so much. And he said, "I'm loving the 1-ups. I'm listening to the show right now. I loved your getting the prize for everyone up there up front. See, so he's all in, man. And the prize, I'll get this, Chad. Woo. And the prize is an 82-piece deluxe kit, not
awesome.
33, like I said. That means I don't even have this prize. This is an 82-piece deluxe kit that you just won, sir. Congratulations. How about that? He says, please continue. He says, please consider doing this every month. So he's all in. He is all in with it. He loves it. So, guys, that's awesome. Congratulations to Geo Monkey Tiger. Dude, fantastic story. I want to go. And I remember, Jesse, do you have the GC on that one? We put it in the chat, and I put it up, but I don't have
it.
Anybody that can get it.
It is GC7MPJF.
Thank you.
That's GC7 Mike Papa. I don't know what J is.
Oh, Jesse?
Foxtrot.
And he said he put pictures up too, guys. If you heard that story, he says in his log, if you find his log, he's got pictures. So congratulations, the inaugural 1-UpMe. Well done, sir. And so we're going to be doing this again, probably, I don't know, every month, but, a lot. Because it seems, Jess, did you have fun?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You were busy.
I know. I love getting the phone calls because it's great. but now I have to go back and actually listen to the show. I didn't get to listen to much. So
I one of the things I love, and just for the record here, guys, we're just about a year in, just about right now, I would say.
Yeah.
Since we rebooted the show. And one of the things I love about it is the calls and interacting with people who listen to the show and people bringing their own stories. While I love listening to Chad and I love listening to Jesse and Lord knows I love listening to my own voice, but I also love to hear from you guys. I love listening to stories, which is one of the reasons why when Jesse and I go to events, we are one of the last people to leave because I will just love interacting with people and talking to people about caching,
I'm always the last person to leave.
Yeah. So I love having shows when we interact with listeners and people call in and tell stories because that's what this is about. You sit, you have a coffee or something like that, or have a beer and swap some stories, especially, FTF stories. So thank you everybody for calling in. Appreciate it so much. Everybody who wrote in as well. If you couldn't call in, thank you so much. Congratulations, Joe Monkey Tiger. Well done, sir. Yola, your 82 piece, or what I say, 82, 83, 80 something piece, 82 piece geocaching kit. Shoot us an email when you get it and let us know how awesome it is. But welcome and congratulations, sir. So next week, guys, let me get to next week. We're running so late. I'm so sorry, guys. Next week, Chad, you're out of streaming. Chad is getting surgery, right?
Yep. Getting surgery on Monday.
So I gotta get I'm gonna get a host in here to take over Chad. I think I have an idea who I'm gonna get. It's going to be a voice from the past. Next week's show, geocaching etiquette, Chad. We're talking geocaching etiquette. Lord knows you need some. I can't believe you're not going to be here.
I might actually, I may even call in, depending on how I feel. I'm definitely going to. I should be good enough to listen to the show.
Oh well, that's good. Thanks. Call in.
You're gonna be all up on pain meds. It's gonna be entertaining.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, guys, heads up. We are also our Jesse and our middle son has got a band concert at what time, Jess?
It starts at 7.
Starts at 7. So what we're gonna do? We're just gonna push the show a half an hour. We're gonna push it to 9 p.m. Chicago time. Or Central Time instead of 8:30, just because we want to make sure we get home plenty of time. Nothing, we don't want to be rushing or run late or anything like that. So unfortunately, I'm going to push it a half an hour back just this 1 week, next week. So I'll make sure I put it in all the social media and all that. But just a reminder, we're going to be here. We're going to be live. We're just going to be a half an hour later. So other than that, thank you, Chad. Thank you, Jesse. Jesse, happy birthday.
Thank you so
my
much.
Love.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
How old are you?
Today is my 22nd, 21st birthday.
Oh, it's your 22nd, 21st birthday. Well,
congratulations.
There you go. All right, guys, let's close this show out. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archive video versions of our podcasts are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available on most of your favorite podcatchers. If you like the show, please head on over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure to click on the subscribe or get notified buttons to know when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you will get a ton of additional information, extra videos, extra audio, only available to patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/The Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cachly, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Studs Body Company, Practical Geocaching, and PathTags.com. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week, so we'll see you guys next week, talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones, and we will talk to you guys next week. We are clear. Oh my goodness. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Everybody who called in, that was awesome. Thank you so much, guys. It was great to hear your stories. Congratulations to Geo Monkey
Tiger.
Geo Monkey Tiger. Congratulations, sir. Well done, sir. Well done. Next week, guys, geocaching etiquette. Remember, half an hour later, we're starting. And thanks, guys. Thanks for everything. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Jesse. We'll talk to you guys next week.